GM has just unveiled the 2022 Cadillac CT4V and CT5V Blackwings. These cars are really impressive. Thanks for clicking on this video. I'm Kevin, and before I get this video started, I need you to punch that like button down there for me. CTSV fans, light that button up because you are going to be blown away by these two new models. So as I just said, 2022 Cadillac CT4 and CT5V Blackwing models have just been unveiled, and they are more than impressive. Now first I'm going to jump into the aesthetics of this car because I think they went above and beyond the Call of Duty when it comes to this. These are really, really good looking cars. I mean, they are incredible. Very sporty looking, very aggressive looking at the same time, and yet still Cadillac luxury. It's a perfect blend. Both models have very aggressive looking headlights, vertical daytime running LEDs, nice wide but slender grills. It has, modern cars are getting to the point where the grills are so large that's the first and only thing you notice when you see the front of it. But this one has an upper and lower grill that's extra wide but not obnoxiously tall. It has a separation that I think looks incredible. And they even gave you a carbon fiber front splitter. Now that's not the only carbon fiber piece, because if you go to the back of the car, you will also get a carbon fiber spoiler and rear diffuser. Now the rear diffuser has a nice aggressive angular look to it with quad tailpipes, that's a must. I think nowadays quad tailpipes are the thing, and they look really good on here. I'm not quite sure how I'm liking the angled / rectangular tips. I like the quad tips, but I'm not sure the style is quite my taste. Let me know down in the comments below if that's your taste. I think round ones would look better, but I see why they went with the design. There's a lot of angles in the diffuser and in the back of the car as well, and I think they were trying to go with that design style. And I guess in a way it works, but I'm just kind of a round tip kind of guy. So let me know what you think down in the comments. But the spoiler is nicely aggressive without being too over obnoxious. I like the tail lights, which are also aggressively angled, but they have that black housing in them. So you can see the red lighting with the black housing, which is a really nice touch, with the other black accents being the spoiler and diffuser and the front lip. Now both of these models look incredibly similar. The difference is strictly the size and the power plants, but if you looked at the two, it's really hard to tell them apart. The trunk on the 4V is slightly different than that of the 5V. And honestly, I think that's mainly the mounting point for the license plate is higher on the 5V and lower on the 4V. I mean, the differences are minor, but overall they look very similar. The diffuser is a little less aggressive on the 4V. But oddly enough, I think the front fascia is a little bit more aggressive on the 4V than it is the 5V. You get these little winglet diffusers on the 4V that I don't see on the 5V. But now we need to talk about the performance, because this is where the two differ in very different ways, but still accomplish the same goal. Now, starting with the smaller CT4V, which gets powered by a 3.6 liter twin turbo V6, putting out 472 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque. That will go 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds when equipped with the automatic, with a top speed of 189 miles an hour. Now notice I did say when equipped with the automatic, because both of these models do come with a 6-speed manual transmission still, which is phenomenal. I'm glad to see they get a manual, because GM did state that these are strictly a driver enthusiast car, and you could not have that without a manual transmission. So you can get it with a 6-speed Tremec transmission with a short shift ratio, active rev matching, and a twin disc clutch. They also said they incorporated a no-lift shift feature so that you don't lose any boost in between shifts. Now the bigger CT5V gets a 6.2 liter supercharged V8, putting out 668 horsepower, 659 pound-feet of torque, propelling it from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds. Now that is only 1/10 of a second faster than the CT4V, but I'm sure that has a large amount to do with traction issues. But that also comes with a 6-speed manual transmission as well. This one has a top speed of 200 miles an hour, has a high flow air intake system, revised exhaust, and has a 46% greater airflow than the previous CTSV. Now with all that power, you're going to have to stop, and that is also where they are just equally as impressive. You have both iron and carbon ceramic brakes. You can opt for either one of these models. Now if you go with the carbon ceramic brakes, you will get the Brembo 6-piston front calipers, 4-piston rears, and lightweight carbon ceramic brake package, which is 53 pounds lighter than the iron and will give you a 62-pound reduction in rotating mass. Now as far as handling is concerned, you are going to get advanced electronic limited slip differential, an updated variation of the magnetic ride control, improved front and rear suspension systems with hollow stabilizer bars, and high rate springs and bushings. Now wheels and tires are obviously just as important for performance as the rest of the package. So the CT4V Blackwing sits on 18 by 9 inch wheels in the front and 18 by 9.5 in the rear. The CT5V Blackwing is going to have 19 by 10 inch wheels in the front and 19 by 11s in the rear, both with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. Now the wheels are made of a lightweight aluminum to try to reduce as much weight as possible. Now inside the cabin, you're going to find typical Cadillac treatment, and that's going to be a combination of both luxury and performance sport feel. The steering wheel is very nice. You got the red stripe on the top of the steering wheel. Looks like you have a very aggressive 9 3 notch on the wheel, and even a little bit of carbon fiber there on the bottom by the logo. The gauge cluster is completely digital, and you can rearrange it in 3 different configurations: track, sport, and touring. I do see some carbon fiber bits right around the door handles, the buttons, a little bit on the center console. It's hard to tell, but I think the A-pillars do have a little bit of suede or Alcantara on there. At least it's hard, like I said, it's hard to see from a photo, but it looks like it is textured, so it could possibly be it. The manual transmission is what you're going to see here in the picture. Very happy to see that in a modern car where everything is going automatic. So they're keeping the manual alive. It has a nice touchscreen infotainment center. Now the 5V interior, you can see they have the automatic in this one. This is a more aggressive seat. It has a nice little textured leather, it looks like. You got the V embroidering on the headrest. A lot more aggressive bolstering. Red seat belts, which is a nice touch. I know I keep saying it over and over, but it is a gorgeous looking car. Now let's get the pricing for these 2 incredible performance sedans. Starting price for the CT4V is going to be $59,990. And starting price for the CT5V is going to be $84,990. That is not including the $995 destination charge. Now that's a whole lot of price tag, but you are getting a whole lot of performance. I need you to leave your comments down below. What do you think of all this performance? What do you think of the new styling? Is the price tag worth it? Are you happy they finally kept a manual in a sports sedan? Leave all your comments down below. Light that comment section up. I want to read all the comments you got on this vehicle. Before you're finished, make sure you hit that subscribe button on your way out, and I'll catch you in the next upload.